Man United takeover is imminent. We're hearing the Qataris. The Qatari bid is the one that's taken over. It's the one that's going to be accepted, and it's the one that is going to go through. Hallelujah, man. We can't wait.
What the fuck? Dude, like, come on, be real.
You came to get a drink, man, with the boys.
Fucking drink. Who are you, bro? Yo, dog. Somebody smell like shit! Somebody smell like shit! Wait. Somebody smell like shit! No! Somebody smell like shit!
Home free! Home free! Home free! Let go! Let go! That bit my tape, boy. You big, boy.
Nigga, they doing push-ups.
Well, I see you, boy.
No, that ain't right.
That little Ray.
Man, this ain't
That
right.
little Ray.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
That little Ray.
Hey,
That little Ray.
I love you, boy.
God,
Hey,
God.
Ray got big as fuck, man.
Hey, Ray cold on the field,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Hey,
Cold.
Demon home too, pussy. Demon home.
Hey, cuz, are you still rapping? Got you.
Nigga try to fuck me in. Nigga try to fuck me out. Nigga try to fuck me in. Nigga try to fuck me out. Fuck me in the pen. Tried to turn me out.
Hello. Yes, everyone, big up. This is another episode of Big Six Bants. As you can see, Montel's not here today, so I'll be your host. Yes, and we're gonna get into a few things today. You know, I got the man them with me, Corey, Kears, Hooks. How's everyone doing?
Man, we're here, man. Here we go. Settings, man.
Again, it's like every single time there could never be one Arsenal fan. It has to be more than one.
Bro, Corey, listen, we said we got the streets. This is just the way it is, fam. That we got the streets, bro.
It's weird, bro. Again,
Bro, everywhere you see, there's gonna be Arsenal fans, bro. Anywhere you go, there's gonna be Arsenal fans. That's just how big we are.
Right, today, this is it. Montel's been talking about us getting our signings done, and you know, come on, you lot have been talking about Merino. Get Merino done. We're gonna get Zubi done. We've been speaking, and we're seeing how things have unfolded. You know, it's another episode where Montel is. We could just run it as episode number whatever. Montel no signings, like, you know what I'm saying. And we just got another one done. A big player. You know, we're gonna talk about.
Better be cold, you know. He better be cold. The way you man
listen.
I put
Respectfully,
in work, my man. You put in work. I'm sorry, you put in work for my man.
Yeah,
work.
no.
Like, you
Listen.
kept at it, chunking. You man dug for this brother. Yeah, you better be good. You better be good, fam. Imagine.
Hey, what, like Euro? You had to kidnap man. Put in work. Put in shift.
How about this? Euro took me no more than on a maximum of 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think kidnap him, bro.
Listen, we won't even get into Euro because I'm still trying to get over the fact that he's injured, lads. Don't remind me about this player, innit?
Don't worry.
I'm angry, innit? But before we start, wait, listen. Before we start, let's bring up a couple of people in the chat. We have the usuals. We have Marcus in the chat. We have Dre in the chat. We have NH in the chat. Big up from Early Z, Mr. Link, everyone in here showing love. Everyone's talking about, there's a couple things. Let's see what everyone's got to say about this Merino thing. How does everyone even think? Yeah, what's everyone even think about this Merino deal now that it's all said and done? For the price and everything, like, you know what I mean? We got Marcus saying this free Arsenal fans. This is AFTV. No, it's just the Arsenal takeover today. You know what I'm saying? It's the Arsenal takeover.
Just for today, don't worry.
Just for today, it's just the Arsenal takeover. But today we're gonna have our bias aside, and we're just gonna talk about football. You know what I'm saying? And the player, and I want to get. Today's mostly about these lot in the comments. I want to see these lots' opinions and what they think about it. So yeah. Go on, Corey. What were you saying?
I'll be honest, yeah. I feel like, and it could have worked, innit? Yeah. I felt like you man just shot Nketiah for 30, pay Merino 30, and that's it, innit? Obviously, the Nketiah thing weren't running too tough, so you had to drop it a little bit. 25 M's you man are gonna shot him for?
Nah.
Now we
Go
rejected
for
25.
30, bro.
We rejected 25 pounds. We're going for that 30, man.
We're gonna get
Going for that
something.
30.
You man want to do the 30-30 thing real quick, so no money spent, no money lost in it. This is what I'm saying. So if you man do that, I think that's a good sign, isn't it? 30 M's. It's not a lot in this transfer window. Like, it's just another.
Is it actually 30 mil though? Because I'm seeing Fabrizio and David Ornstein are tweeting different.
It's 28. It's 28
It's
something.
basically 30 M's.
It's 32 million euros with 5 million euros add-ons. So whatever that is,
It's basically 30
in pounds. It's like 30, 31. Whatever it is, it's 30.
That's a good signing, man. Listen, for me, like I watched Merino in Champions League last year. I'll be honest, that's the only time I've ever watched him. Was in the Champs last year, and for me, he looked really good, man. He looked like he belonged in the Champions League against PSG. Obviously, he done his thing there. Obviously, even in the Liga, bro, they're playing Real Madrid, Barcelona. Like these are Champions League teams. You know what I mean? And he's holding his own, like he's established. Sociedad fans, I think out of him and Zubimendi, I think they're even more pissed that Marino's going ahead of Zubimendi. If it was Zubimendi to be going, I thought they're hurt that Marino's going more. So that just tells you everything. So I think it's a good sign. It adds height, physicality, which is what we need as well. Again, like it's just a good signing, man. I can't mock it. I can't mock the signing still.
He's an Arteta player, isn't it? That's what it is. He's an Arteta player, man. You know, Arteta love them man that all about their jewels, innit? And this guy, he's the top jeweler across all 5 leagues in Europe. So it makes sense. You know, he's not the greatest of like passers on the ball, but he has got a little pass in him. He can break the lines, you know, and he can be creative from that left-hand side. Provides a different option to Declan Rice. I don't know. The way I see it is Rice is more of, I'm going to drive on the ball, whereas this brother's purely going to be like, okay, give me that ball and let me lay it off to someone a bit more, you know, a bit more creative forward on the pitch, you know, and yeah, he's comfy, man. He's played in the Champions League. He's got that experience and he's played in the Prem before as well. So,
oh yeah.
So to me, it's win-win-win. I can't see a loss here. Like I would have liked to have signed him for a bit less money in it, if I'm being honest in it, because he is in the final year of his contract. But you know, sometimes you try and run the deals, and the deals are not always dealing in it. You know, Sociedad obviously wanted more P's, so just is what it is. But I think you highlighted the main point for me. It's the duels. The fact that, you know, because I'm sure there's many midfielders out there, where we could talk about, you know, they do this or they're a bit cheaper here or they can kind of do the same thing as Merino. I'm looking at, you know, man's dual winning ability is second to none, bro. And for us, especially the way we play, a lot of the way we scored last season was from set pieces, and they're literally dual reliant. So the more people we get in there that can win those, it just leads to more goals and more threat in those areas. So it's crazy. And Asa with a comment, and all of these man, it's crazy, man. He's better than Rice. And listen, the absolute cheat.
Man said he's better than Rice. Nah, bro, listen, Rice is a 6, man. Like, you can't compare the two, fam.
And we didn't even get to speak on that, but the PFA thing, big up the man, them. Rice first season. Rice first season, PFA team of the year. You know, I've seen a lot of 100 mil, 80 mil plus players coming to the Premier. Well, not coming to the Premier League, but you know, going to another club and flop. So, you know what I'm saying? The less said, the better. The less said, the better about that. But yeah, man. I think he's a great signing.
He's definitely better than Rice on the ball.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's definitely better than Rice on the ball. But I overall player, I can't lie. I haven't watched him enough to make that statement. But I'd be very interested.
Unicorn settings though. What
Kunar makes a good point. What do you lot think about this?
Martinelli.
No, Martin Odegaard.
Odegaard.
because they played. That's another plus as well. They played with each other at Sociedad. So they got that relationship. Do you know what I mean? What on, George? What are you saying? What you saying? You see,
man, like George, you know,
man, just crept in here. Man, just crept in here. That's it, man. You just crept in here. George, man, what you got to say, man?
Didn't expect me, but I had to, sneak up.
Listen,
in here.
I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to hear your opinion.
Yeah, Marino. Marino.
Yeah, man. What do you think?
I can't lie. It doesn't really excite me. If I was an Arsenal fan, it shouldn't excite you either. He's not a player that's going to come in and command a position within the first team. We know that he's sort of there to sort of be backup and be depth and be an option ahead of the likes of potentially Partey and Jorginho, who for me are finished at the top level. I think both of them sort of just can't really hang where Arsenal need them to. Partey is not available enough, and Jorginho, he's got a very basic skill that you don't really... I mean, he can be useful at times coming off the bench in certain games when you need the game to calm down. You need someone who's just going to do the simple passes and slow down the game. So Jorginho could do that job for you. But Merino, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm not really going to put too much expectation on it. I don't expect much of him. I think it's going to be a similar signing to how Fabio Vieira is. And we've seen how unsuccessful that's been. So I sort of see how Merino panning out to be similar. I don't think he's going to come in and, everyone's going to be like, wow, what a player. I think he's just going to do all right. He's going to do a job and he's going to fit into the Arsenal squad the way Arteta wants him to be. And that is a squad player. So,
but George, you've watched him, innit? You know about Merino.
I haven't watched loads of him. That's why I'm not sitting there and giving you like a breakdown of his game. I've not watched loads of him, but I've not been impressed with what I've seen. Like, it's not nothing to scream home about.
I don't know. I disagree.
They're right. How convenient. How convenient.
It's just I knew George was going to.
You're saying how convenient. What did I say that was wrong? Please, does he start for Arsenal?
No, it's just convenient.
Does he start? That's a good question. Does he start?
Of course he starts in an LCM role.
Whoa.
So wait, Partey gets dropped.
Bro, Partey.
There's no guaranteed starters in your team.
No, I'm saying for me, what in our best 11,
it's for you.
He's in our best 11. Bro, every team has a best 11, bro. Every team. And in my best 11.
No. Oh, no, kids, you don't. No. What to these two? You don't. You don't have a best 11. You've got players that play certain teams. That's it.
That's also true. That's also true. However, Corey,
back it on.
However, quality-wise, every team has a best 11 quality-wise. I could say the same for City. There's some games where Bernardo Silva is not required.
So can I ask you, what about Merino's game impresses you so much that thinks that he's going to come and slot into your first team for one, and two, take your team to the next level? Because really and truly, that is the question: is Arsenal are supposed to be making signings now to make them win the league? Is he a signing to make you win the league? I don't know. Me and Corey probably agree and saying I don't think so, but
no, I'll be honest. Here's what it is. Here's what it is with this Merino thing. For me, like, I agree, he's not enough to go win the league or Champions League. I admit that. But for me, he's a factor. He can be a factor in it. So if I also go and sign a winger before the window who can push me, then we can win the league or the Champions League. But without the winger, just Merino by himself, it's not enough. But it's never going to be enough for 30 mil. Like, we all know that. So it's just
what about the striker though?
Now, the strap for me, I feel like what's going to happen is we're going to sign a game-changing winger this window, and then we're going to go get the striker next year. That's how I think it's going to play out. I feel like we're going to get Isak next year, me personally.
Look, later on in the show, we'll be talking about someone we're linked with in regards to the winger. So we'll talk about that later. But just on the Merino thing quickly. Looking at Arsenal's midfield and how last season we didn't have, after Xhaka left, we didn't have a naturally left-sided centre mid. So we always kind of chopped and changed with that position and tried, two either defensive midfielders in there.
I need to understand, Casey. What is a natch? Because I've never heard of a centre mid having to be right-sided or left-sided. A centre mid is a bloody centre mid, whether they play on the left or right.
There's some. I'll tell you.
He's like a passer, innit? Like, we don't have
for example, a left-sided centre mid yeah, would prefer to take the ball obviously on his left side and play the game on the left side of the pitch. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just naturally like
that's not really
that's
not a thing in centre mid. I'd get centre backs,
but it is not in the best. It is for left sided centre mids. It's a speciality, my friend. You know what I'm saying? It's a speciality. It's a speciality. And
so what's KDB? What type of midfield?
KDB is just a guy. You know what I'm saying? He can play anywhere, fam. He can do anything. You get what I'm saying? But you're talking about Kevin De Bruyne, fam, and you're comparing Merino. Listen, we're not going there. My main point is he's a left-sided.
What's Odegaard?
Huh?
What's Odegaard?
Well, he's an RCM, bro.
RCM.
I don't get the joke. Where's the joke?
I'm trying to understand because I don't think
it's just a left-sided centre mid.
There is no such thing as that. You just play on the
mid. A centre mid.
Okay.
These men are made.
All right, the Tottenham fan and the Man United fan. You're trying to
understand it. You won't understand it.
You're trying to show the thing. So basically, yeah, we're Odegaard, yeah. When I know you watch Arsenal games, when we build up, he is predominantly on the right hand side of the midfield. Yeah, is he not? He's more right hand. That's
a problem.
Yes,
that's
he builds up on the right. Yeah. So now we need somebody, yeah, who can build up from the left hand side. So it's only natural for Arsenal right now to go and buy a centre mid who is left footed that is more comfortable playing.
I just didn't know that was a thing. I don't know. I've got players like James Maddison that go on the right side, the left side, the back side, the front side.
Odegaard can play anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. He does that and then gets hooked at 60 minutes.
Yeah, do you know
great. He does the left side, the right side, the back side, and then he's off.
Doesn't that understand
how this works, man? That's why.
Would you say that baits out your tactics, by the way?
Corey, you won't understand this, bro. You got 10 halves.
If you have a left centre mid, that predominantly plays towards the left hand side, and I'm not saying he doesn't play on the right hand, he doesn't play to the right, but he predominantly plays to the left. Wouldn't it be a bit easier if, like, this guy has the ball, you lock off the left hand side for him?
Do that, Corey. This is the thing. If it was so easy, Corey, if it was so easy, why haven't you done that with Odegaard? Because like we just said,
no one's saying it's easy. No, I'm not saying it's easy at all.
Clearly, it doesn't make it. No, it doesn't
mess up your tactics a little bit. You wouldn't say
not at all. Not at all. If anything, it enhances it because I feel like we played our best football when Xhaka was in the team and he was a naturally left-sided midfielder. I'm not saying that he can only be on the left side and he can only do things on his left. But if he had an option, he would play on the left side of the pitch, just in the centre mid of the left side, on the left side of it. That's it. LCM. It's not hard. I don't know why you better make it some big thing.
You know what it is, yeah? Corey just doesn't understand it because his team's too basic.
Bro, he has Bruno playing centre back, right back, left back, up front, and he just thinks that's all.
It's just too.
Wait. So what's Kobe Mainoo? What's Kobe Mainoo?
Kobe Mainoo's a centre mid, bro.
And Corey, you should be telling me what Kobe Mainoo is, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't look at Kobe Mainoo and think, oh, you're a right-sided centre mid. You predominantly play down that side of the wing.
Corey,
that's fine. That's Kobe Mainoo.
Corey, like we just said,
I want my centre mid to be able to do both.
That's you. And obviously, it works for you, right?
I feel like you're in your formation. Yes, they're right side and left side is centre mid. But they shouldn't predominantly play that side of the wing. They should be able to do both. That's my
opinion. They can do both.
There's Odegaard not cross the line. I'm back. Is there like an imaginary line and you don't cross it?
Listen, Corey, listen. I'll tell you why, yeah? Odegaard actually pays LCM for Norway, but he pays RCM for us. So he can do both, bro. It's not a problem. Same as Vieira. Vieira can play RCM or LCM. But for the way we play, we have certain plays for certain positions.
Look, Vinny says it perfectly here. Arsenal overload the midfield anyway with inverted fullbacks. Corey, the problem is, yes, he just occupies that space. He covers that space. That's it. That's what I mean. He's in that space on the left side of the midfield.
The problem arises when Casey said to me that he's a left-sided centre mid, and he predominantly plays down the left side, which is why we bought him to be able to play down the left
So
side.
there's nothing wrong with what you just said there.
I forget it.
Do you not see that?
Corey, you just buy midfielders that do whatever, innit?
This guy is actually clueless, innit? I clocked it. So Corey, you think that's a problem with what Casey just said? You understand?
I'm not saying it's a problem, but I'm saying, doesn't that kind of bait out your tactics with the way you are going forward? What? Do you not think that baits it out? Because you're saying this guy is a left-sided centre mid, and you predominantly want him to play down the left side. Do you not think that baits out what you man are on?
Corey, Xhaka was doing that left, right, and centre all season.
Right, because he's a centre mid.
No, LC was the left.
How dumb that sounds. It's like saying you buy a left winger that's left-footed and he's just gonna go on the outside. Well, isn't that obvious? Like I don't understand your point, bro. Like, yes, Corey, he's left-footed, so people will know he's left-footed. You can find that out, and yes, he will probably control the ball and do things with his
worried that they're not gonna beat.
Everyone knows. Like,
Put it this way. Yeah. I'm just saying that he's basically a centre mid. Stop trying to say he's a left-sided centre mid. Of course, he plays in that position, but he's a centre mid. He can do both. You guys are saying you predominantly want him to play down the left side. That's what you said.
Nobody's disagreeing with you.
You guys said you predominantly want him to play down the left side.
Yes,
yes. What's wrong with that?
In our system, in Arsenal system. But if he went into somebody else's system, he could play somewhere.
You can play him right wing if you want to. If that suits your system, play him right wing. I don't get it, man. Anyway, we're leaving that behind. Yeah. Clearly, I don't know what problem you had with my man being
clearly that worked because just right on the
But anyway,
he doesn't understand. That's why I'm on him, because he still don't.
It's crazy. But anyway, we'll move it on. We'll move it on to Lookman to Arsenal now. For me, I'm just gonna say it straight away. Yes, he's a decent player, but for the price, nah. I'm not a fan of that at all. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like that's just an inflated price based off, his performance in the
what price do they even quote?
Well, they've been asking for 54 million. I think it's like 52 or 54 million.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't even spend 30 on him.
Is that euros?
It may possibly be euros.
So that 45.
That's not bad. What do you mean? 40 million, pretty much 40 million pounds. Look, man.
It's not 40 million. That's more. That's closer to the 45 million.
Let's be honest here. You look at the market right now for wingers available in the market. There isn't much, and for any player that you are going to want to get that is good, they command a 45 to 50 million pound fee. Like, there isn't no winger in the world that's.
I agree, but I feel like
if you're signing below that, you're going to get a player like Tottenham did in Odegaard, someone who's unproven completely at this level, and you're just taking a chance. Whereas if you want a player that's semi-proven, you look at Lookman, you could look at someone like Mbuemo, and some other wingers around in the league that they're all going to be 45, 50 million pounds. So what's
I'd rather Mbuemo.
Right now, your option is Reece Nelson. And
Reece Nelson
on the left-hand side, but Reece Nelson or Gabriel Jesus, that's your backup for Saka right now.
Yeah, Jesus is calm. That's not really a problem.
If you don't sign a striker, then you can't have Jesus as backup for striker and right wing.
That's what I'm saying, George. That striker is going to come next year, summer 2025. So it's not even that's just there, isn't it? We're ready for that. But Reece Nelson's getting sold anyway. So
don't kill me. Anyway, big up Ton 547 with a super chat. George, you're waffling. He's played Premier League before, so knows what to expect in terms of intensity. He starts over Partey and improves ball retention and build up on the left. Yeah, that's just touching on the. Yeah, no. These are all the things that we said. I completely agree.
How long? I completely agree. I don't remember him making noise in Newcastle.
7 years ago.
What, Steve Bruce in Newcastle? That Newcastle. We're gonna talk about that one.
So the reason why.
Well, when
No,
he's playing in midfield next to John Joe Shelby and getting outshined by the bar lad. Come on.
No, he didn't get outshined. So basically, what happened is I think he went there on loan and he just didn't get the game time that he was expecting off of, I think, the second part of the season. So the first part of the season, he was actually a mainstay, and I think he got an injury, and then he didn't find his way back into the team as much as he would have liked. So he just left.
Was that because of John Joe Shelby?
I can't remember. I read an article and I can't remember who it was specifically.
Bro, Shelby was balling out them days. Don't get it twisted, fam. Shelby was a baller still.
I'm just trying to gauge. I'm trying to show you to get engaged with where the level of
George. This was 7 years ago. Man.
You're now saying that John Joe Shelby's a baller. So I don't know what
Bro, he was back then. He was no. What you thought John Joe Shelby was a scrub?
John Joe Shelby had a pingers. That's it.
Bro, come on, bro. He done in that Newcastle team. He done his thing.
Yeah, and apparently it was Pardew's Newcastle.
Yeah,
but that's Quay. That's Quay back. So how was Merino? He must have been like 21.
It was 17-18 season.
Yeah, so he was still young as well. Yeah, it was 21. So he's not
21.
Really so it just is what it is. But he's back now. He's physical. He's got the quality.
You man might have known what they're doing because you're around their level. Then
George, listen, he's got more starts in the Champions League than Basuma, bro. So I think
Basuma's media. I don't rate Basuma. So you
don't rate him now.
I haven't rated Basuma for about the best part of 8 or 9 months. I don't.
Whoa!
Man, some exclusives here. You said you get some exclusives here.
No. Everyone's heard me say that. I said get Basuma out of the club 4 or 5 months ago.
Do you not remember the start of the season where Basuma was balling out?
I didn't. Last year they tried to compare him to Rice.
That.
You keep going, you guys. You can speak to some Spurs fans that did say these things. Yeah, there was some. Maybe Deji and some others might have overrated Basuma, but me personally was never a massive fan of him. I did rate what he was doing for the first 10 games, but I never put him into none of these stupid conversations because his performance levels as a Spurs player has always been mediocre. He had a season under Conte where he was poor. And I called him out during that season to say he hasn't been able to step up the level. Like when he moved from Brighton to Tottenham, the lights shone too bright, bro. He put himself around some real midfielders and he don't look that good. And I'd be more than happy to let go of Basuma in this window. I've been said that. I'd let Basuma go in a heartbeat. That's not a question, man.
You let me say that, bro.
That's an exclusive there, man. Then.
That's it. But before we just continue with Lookman. Quickly, I think we're on 115 likes. So yeah, people know what they need to do. Smash up the like thing there. But listen, man, there's a Lookman. Yeah, I think it's pretty quick. Like I think there's better out there. If I'm honest, I think we can.
You know what? I'd even rather Chiesa. I think Chiesa's available for that 20 mil. So
even less than that. Even less than that.
That's one that I feel like that raise the level. That's a player who, although he's got like a mad injury record and it's questionable whether he can perform to the level he was at 3 or 4 seasons ago. But I think if there's one manager can bring it out of him, beat Arteta. And if Arteta can get him clicking on that left side, boy, you've got all on your hands. Long day. Arsenal should be in for him 100%.
Do you not think
we got 8 days in it? You never know, man.
Do you not think a loan or a buy right now for a winger would be better for Arsenal? Because I'm not entirely sure or sold on some of these wingers we're linked with, and the ones that are available. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do you not think in terms of? Do you think it's better because there's a couple wingers that we can get on loan.
Raheem,
I'm not even saying Raheem, you know. I'm not even saying Raheem. I think he could do a thing, but I don't even think Raheem. There's more like the Coleman thing. You know what I'm saying?
Coleman's definitely an option.
Like this is you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on going to buy a winger because if we buy a winger, then cool, that shuts people up. Yeah, but I think that's just more money spent where we can. I think if we hold back some of those pounds and like go ham and get like a Isak or someone like that. I think unless we're going to go and spend 70-80 million on this player and this is the player to take us to the next level, I don't see the point in us spending 30 on another kind of. It will basically be a stopgap if we're honest, because I don't see Lookman taking me to a champs or a prem, and nor do I see even a Chiesa. If I'm honest, like I can see a Coman stepping in and potentially helping me get there for a season, and then going and getting the Isaac.
Serious. They would have went and got Sane instead of Coleman. You would have said, "All right, go give me Sane for 50 mil." Test their
something like that. Something that's basically proven, tested, ready to go, and basically sends shockwaves saying, "Yeah, we are. These men are here to win it today."
We're still. It's in the pipeline, bro. It's in the pipeline. There's still 8 days left of the window. So everything we're saying,
if you man sign Coleman,
it's sounding like months right now. It's been in the pipeline for
the
months.
league may be
we're actually this ain't a months thing. Once it's gonna go through the window, done. I promise you.
Yeah, Monto's finished. I'll be wrong. But yeah, if you man sign Coleman,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even a Coleman on loan, let's these man know, like, wow, Coleman, like these man have got someone that's ready to kind of do something right now. You know what I mean? So,
like,
yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
But he will create on a mad thing.
So what? So don't you think? Because Casey, I think Chiesa for 20 mil. Yeah, for me personally, I think Chiesa for this window 20 mil, and then Isak summer 2025. I think that's doable, bro. I think we've got the finances to do that. 20 mil is nothing.
But does that? So are you basically? So because I want to win the league this season, isn't it? If I'm being real, I want to win the league this season.
Why did Tottenham go for Isak, by the way?
So
that's not even.
I know. I just think Isak was out of
it's not realistic.
I think he's more of a 95 to 100 million pound player.
Bro, Isak and Newcastle are going to want 80 of that right today.
No, they signed him for 60 mil, didn't they? So they're gonna want at least 20 mil on top of that. Like that was out of our price.
You wouldn't do the extra for Isak.
I don't think Tottenham.
65 for Solanke.
They ain't got the minerals, Corey.
I would do it. I don't think Tottenham would. It's just I think we had a certain price range that we wanted to keep in, and 90 million was not. We're not willing to break the bank.
90 million was not that. You was not ready to do that.
Yeah, Tottenham ain't ready for them transfers. We're not ready to spend that money, bro.
I think that'll be like double your previous.
You know when someone's never gone into like a Selfridges or Harrods before, and their eyes are like, that's what Tottenham will be like spending 90 mil, bro. It's my rod. It's a new market,
you know what it is, bro. It's not even so much the money. What Marcus said is literally this. Why would he go from Newcastle to Spurs? Isak knows himself he could do way better than Spurs. Like that's not even
not necessarily because he knows that if he comes Spurs, he takes us to a step ahead, and that step ahead puts us into a different conversation. Because Isak's
what's that conversation, bro?
Yeah,
let's be real here. Because Isak's a superstar. Like I don't take nothing away. I think he's one of the top. I think he's one of the best strikers in the league, no doubt. He's 100. Off the ball play and on the ball play, like outside of goal scoring, like outside of the boxes.
Yeah,
by far any better than any of the strikers that I think even in the world right now, there's not really much up there that can play with how Isak's doing with his dribbling, taking players on. So if he goes into a team like, I think anyone in the top 6, that team automatically, for me, starts to push on to be a title contender because I just think that he's that good. That's all it is.
But I just feel like, for me, I feel like we're definitely getting Isak next year, for me, because I can't see him going back abroad. So it'll have to be somebody in the Prem. And I really feel like it's obviously not going to be City because they got Haaland. So after that, it's like we're favourites in it. So I don't know, we'll see next year in it. But for now, I think like what you just said there, Casey. I do think he can win us the league, Chiesa. Because for me, I can't even lie, man. Like a fully fit Chiesa, it's going to be uncomfortable to say, but he is better than Martinelli. If we're being real.
Half of you guys are England fans. You might remember when he come to Wembley and dunked on your heads, bro. You might remember that. I know you guys watched that,
I'm not saying that.
I just know. Martinelli, you know, he's better than Martinelli, bro. 100%.
No, but Keyes is a right winger, though.
Smelly.
No. You can play both.
Right?
You can play both.
Yeah, but he's a B. But he's like that's like saying Saka can play right winger.
Nah, because Keyes has played off the left side enough times.
Nah, but where's he known for, man? Like for Italy, he plays right wing. For Juve, he was playing right. Like he was a right winger, bro. Like he can play on the left, but he's a right winger.
He can play off the left, man.
Yeah. I'm not debating whether he can play off the left or not.
And even so, for 20 million, he's better than Reece Nelson as a backup.
Play off the left.
This is it. I think if the price is as low as
that can play the right. So, for example, that's why me personally, I like Lookman because Lookman's a left winger that can play the right as well. This is why I like Nico Williams. Nico Williams is a left winger that can play the right as well. We don't need someone that's predominantly a right winger that can play off the left because it doesn't matter who you are. You're not playing ahead of Saka. I just can't see it happening. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Saka is he's not going to get dropped ever. Like,
so
he will be the main guy for like whilst he's here, innit? It's just one of those things. Like,
who said? Wait, Mark's is saying, wait, kids, is Martin better than Lookman? Martinelli better than Lookman? 100%. He's definitely better than Lookman.
So wait, 1 second.
Come on, bro. Let's be Lookman. Yeah, you know what is with Lookman? Like, obviously, I rate Lookman. I rate what he's done. Europa League final, Hattie. Listen, you can't knock it. But if we're being real, we've not seen enough. We've not seen enough to be putting into conversations with Martinelli and
what has Martinelli done to be put into a conversation with Lookman?
At least Martinelli's had a good season in the Prem. Lookman's not had one good season in the Prem, bro.
But Lookman is the reason why Atalanta won the...
Yeah, no, that's what, bro. Big him up for that alone, 100%.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but he's won his club.
So are you putting Lookman winning a trophy over a good season in the Premier League?
Yeah, you can't do that, bro. Like you can't.
Wait. No.
I don't. Wait. But let's one good season out of 4. One good season out of 4. Let's not try and make it like.
And wait, hold on a sec. If Martinelli was in that Serie A, he's scoring more goals than Lookman.
We don't know this. We don't know this, though.
Come on, let's be
That's not true. That's not
true. Like, it's
not true.
I'll be real.
The Serie A is not an easy league, so that's not true.
We don't know this. If my auntie had wheels, she'd be a bike in it, but we can't.
And wait, furthermore, do you know what's funnily enough? Lookman and Martinelli have both played in same seasons in the Premier League. When he was at Leicester, when he was at Fulham, they were both playing the league. They probably had similar numbers throughout most of those years. So all this time that when they were both building up, they had similar numbers. Martinelli had a good season in the Premier League, whilst Lookman was balling out in another league.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And then
Martinelli was at 19 when Lookman was in the Prem.
And how old was Lookman?
But Lookman was like 21, 22.
It wasn't much older. And
how old is Lookman? How old is Lookman?
I think he's 26 now.
26.
He's 26.
25, 26, something like that.
You have to remember, he's had a few spells on the Premier League, bro. He came in when he was like 18, and then he went left, and then he came back, and then he went to another team and another team. He's at like Everton, Leicester, Fulham, all across different seasons.
And you know what Lookman does that Martinelli doesn't do? He dribbles with his head up.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
So he's technically a better player. He plays in small spaces a lot better than Martinelli. I don't think Lookman has to rely on who's playing left centre mid, who's playing left back for him to have good games. I feel like he's someone that can have a moment of magic in Europe. Like he's got experience in Europe. He's won a European trophy. He was the reason why they won it. Like, he's played in the Prem before. Yeah, be it as it may, he's not always had the greatest of seasons, but he's experienced it. And let's be honest, he was playing at Leicester when they was bad. He was playing at Everton when they was bad. He was playing at when they were bad. When they was bad. How will he play in a team that's challenging the Prem? Like, he's going to be around other ball. He's only naturally going to raise his game. Like, to me, this transfer is kind of like a no-brainer. And let's be real, between 45 to 50 million is kind of what you're spending on players by default in this market at the moment anyway. And I don't think it's enough to, like, if he doesn't do it as well as we want him to be like, oh, we overspent. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'm hearing that Kiwior could be part of the deal. So we also get a chance to get Kiwior support.
Wait, I thought Kiwior was
someone else.
You know what? Never mind.
I thought he was next up.
Kiwior, bro. Listen, when you got Calafiori and Timber, There's no need for Kiwior.
I feel like you man say things, yeah, and
Just act like it
you
was
know what?
something.
You know what? I'm not even gonna.
No. Look, because I want Kiwior to stay. I want Kiwior to stay. I'm just stating that Atalanta want Kiwior, so it's a chance to get money off our wage books that could potentially allow us to invest more into someone else in the forward line. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Kiwior has to go or Kiwior should go or Kiwior's not good enough to play for Arsenal. I'm just saying it's an opportunity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
it's true still.
I think Kiwior, like just quickly on Kiwior before we move on. Kiwior is, you know, a decent centre back and can, you know, start at a couple of U-Man's clubs. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
specify, please.
He starts for United.
The shoe fits if the shoe fits, and if the shoe fits.
Bro, Luke Shaw's never fit, so I'll be real. He starts in that left back role for United, bro. Corey can agree or disagree. It's up to him. But
over Mazraoui, no, come on, you're doing too much.
Mazraoui will be playing left back, bro, and Gallo will play right back.
Yeah, Mazraoui is actually good, sir. You man,
you're forgetting he can play centre back as well. Like he's a total package,
he's
isn't it?
He's a versatile defender.
So, but my thing is, for me, if we can just get a decent amount out of him, it's just a player that for me is not going to get much better than he already is, and he isn't going to get the game time to get much better either, because I think other players have his similar abilities and more. So I think it's just a player that if we can get a nice price for him now, he's not going to play, so it's only going to go down. So
you might have shot him to Chelsea, fam.
Well, whoever will buy him for the right price, I guess.
Don't buy him. Don't buy him.
Bro, then put in an offer and we'll shop. Simple.
I don't want to shot into Chelsea. I don't want to be the reason why we improve people in and around us in the Premier League personally. So
Chelsea are dumb. I thought, you know, it's a Chelsea as well, just quickly. I feel like Chelsea are finished, man. Regardless of what they do, I just can't see, as long as Todd Bowley's still the owner, I just don't think they're going to go anywhere. I can't even lie. They just buy too many random players and just in these random positions and random systems. It's just dead. It's a big mess.
Just try and make things work, innit?
Literally, it's a mess, fam. It's a mess.
I don't know, man. I think if Maresca works out the way that they want him to, and the players gel, and the players are actually given like a system and a style of play for a prolonged period of time to adapt to, I think in maybe 2 years' time, we'll be looking at Chelsea in a completely different light, man. They could become a very dangerous.
I think everyone recognizes that. I think everyone, like, the talent of their squad is probably the most talented league. Like no one can take that away from them. But having talent isn't enough, innit? And like you said, we need to see Enzo Maresca really gel this squad together, because right now the squad still looks a lot messy. There's a lot.
They don't look like the squad.
That's the thing. Yeah, they don't look like a squad. They don't look like a team.
Like these men don't look like they like each other. I'm not seeing the friendships and the like. If you look around, even Tottenham's camp, our camp, United's camp, like you know who's brethren, you know who's what, you know what's going down, and you know it just shows on the pitch as well. It shows on the pitch because these men are all arguing between each other. Man, some man won't run for this guy because he don't rate him, and this and it's just it's crazy, bro. Like
when they all want to take penalties,
bro. You know that's still going on. You know they're having a good season. They're so cool.
Like it's just like. And it shows on the pitch, bro. Like these little things, you know. Like how about this? I'm sure some of them will like allow someone to make a mistake and just be weren't me though.
I feel like they lack leadership in the dressing room, innit? They ain't really got a leader in there, because when your captain's Reece James, just like before that, your captain was Conor Gallagher. Two players that were thrown into the role just because they were, you know, Cobham boys. Like they're not players that are always available. They're not even good enough to be on the pitch consistently. Obviously that's not for Reece James, that's for Conor Gallagher, but Reece James isn't around enough. It doesn't make any sense. Like they haven't got no one there to settle the team on the pitch, you know, someone that's mature enough, that's been there in a big game, who can, like when Thiago Silva was there, it made sense. Thiago was putting the team together, and even though he didn't speak English, somehow it was working, innit? Like, but when you have no one there and you've just got Reece James and you've got Enzo Fernandez who got given the captaincy after that whole racism rubbish, like
Crazy.
it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess. How can you trust the management who and then Enzo and then hit like come on man,
Yeah,
Chelsea's
it's nuts.
messy.
It's nuts.
That's it. I agree. These men don't even have, a captain like you said. No one stands out to me I'm like, for me, a captain almost picks himself. I think in most clubs, the captain kind of picks himself. It's kind of pretty obvious who the captain is of the club. Either they just lead by example on a completely different level, or what they do. Like for example, a Henderson, not necessarily razzling and dazzling, but what he says and his knowledge of the game just speaks for them. So yeah, no, I don't see any of those type of players, and that's kind of what they should have got in this window. That's what a lot of fans were hoping. A lot of Chelsea fans were hoping that we went mad and spent on kids and all sorts, sent them out on loan and all this rubbish. Now let's get some ready-made players with some captains, some leaders, and kind of bring this team together and kind of any rubbish ones we kind of get rid of them slowly bit by bit and kind of start breaking down what we got, chipping at the edges. But I just feel like they've just added to the tree.
No, I think that's why Enzo Maresca went and signed Dewsbury Hall. Personally, in my opinion, I can see him being someone that picks up the captain armband under Maresca one day, because he was a big part of why Leicester did so well last season.
Yeah, maybe that is it, because they definitely kind of need that. I think that just helps. I think that makes the team naturally look better when we know who the leader is, who's calling the shots, and then kind of you see. Huh?
I was just gonna say, off of the back of Hooks' comment, where would Dewsbury Hall start? Because I mean,
do you mean where he?
I thought he was going to be demanding his position in the team when he got signed. I thought it was, Dewsbury Hall's going to come and start for Chelsea, and they're signing players in his position. Like they've signed.
For me, he's the left 8, innit? So for me, their best midfield is Dewsbury Hall, Caicedo, and Lavia. But that's for me. I don't know what Maresca's going to do.
No 10. You mean playing with no 10?
Yes, I would play with 2 8s. Me personally, I would play with 2 8s in it, like 2 8s and a 6. That's what I would do personally. Because even though they have no 10, Caicedo's still creative, Dewsbury Hall's still creative, Lavia's still creative. I don't think they need a 10. You got Nkunku that can false 9, drop it. Like they've got players that can be creative on the pitch in it. So I don't think they necessarily need a 10 in every game. But yeah, that's what I would do personally in it.
Yeah, the squad they got sort of makes sense, but I just look at their signings. I look at Nkunku, I look at Felix, I look at Palmer. I say one of these players are going to have to play in the 10. They're signing far too many of them. They can't shift them out on the wing because, let's be honest, none of these are players that sort of excel on the wing. I like Palmer out on the right, but I don't think that's his best position. The same for Felix. He can play out on the left or the right, but he's probably best off playing behind the striker. And again, the same for Nkunku, best off behind the striker. So someone's got to play there, and it's going to have to be they're going to have to sacrifice a midfielder for that position, because we saw in the last game against Man City, playing Enzo in the 10. Obviously, if you put someone else there, it could be better, but Enzo just isn't good enough in that role, man.
No. But yeah, all right, so we'll leave the Lookman stuff there and all of that stuff there. And just lastly, move on to, Ugarte to Man United. Close. Yeah, we've been talking, we haven't been talking about it for a little while, but there's been, transfer rumors with Ugarte and the whole he wants to come and United are ready to pay, but PSG want this and they want that. So, Corey, if you could just, update us with the latest, around Ugarte, what's happening there, and yeah, let's discuss.
2 things, yeah. Remember when you guys, kids, you wasn't there? It was Casey and Hooks and Ethan and Mons. You guys were like, Brock, I don't have money, all of this stuff. And I said to you guys, I only shop in places I can buy. Remember that? Remember when I told you guys that?
Yeah. Poundland.
Yeah. So I started with Delit. And I started with Euro, Then I went for Delit. Then I got Mazraoui. And now I'm shopping for a guy. So, listen, learn to buy. We work it out different ways. Learn to buy.
I'll be wrong. Ugarte is not. That's for me. That's dead. I can't even lie. Like,
With
I'm
me,
not
I
excited.
feel like we should have 2 midfielders anyway. So, but Ugarte can we'll do the Arteta thing where Ugarte can start certain games and so can Casemiro, because as much as Casemiro don't have the legs, he's technically better than a lot of CDMs in the Premier League. So with that,
Wait, what?
he is technically better than a lot of CDMs.
Dude, Casemiro.
On the ball, I don't think he's that great on the ball personally, but that's just me, innit?
Wait, Corey.
What?
By the way, do you think Ugarte can start lone 6? Do you believe that?
I don't think he can. No,
But that's the way you play. So
but actually,
I don't get it.
maybe we'll see. We'll see. I feel it's more how Kobe develops, isn't it? I'll be honest, because I feel like he can, but Kobe's slightly a liability. Like, but his other ability is so good that you'd risk playing that. Do you know what I mean?
Corey, it's killing me because
I know it's hard. It's hard because I feel like we'll get in another centre mid as well. So we'll have to see from there. Obviously bringing in people. We see which midfield works, which midfield doesn't.
Yeah, you kill me, man.
So it's interesting to see.
I know you feel like Ugarte can play in those 6, right? I know you.
Listen.
And he can't.
You will see once he joins the Prem. We'll see once
No, I know, bro. You can't play low DM, bro.
From what I see from Ugarte, I see tackle and pass. Now that's what I want as my CDM. I want you to tackle
in the pivot
and pass. Huh? That's what. Listen, if he plays the CDM and he's tackling and passing, yeah, I'm more than happy with that. More than happy with that. I don't need my CDM to do anything else. I've got Kobe and Bruno to do the creative parts. Him is just destroy. Make sure no one gets past.
Wait,
That's
Kobe and Bruno to do the creative parts. No, I don't know about Bruno doing the creative parts, bro. I'll be real.
Bro, he'll do the hoop part.
Maybe Kobe, but even then, I don't know, man. Like Kobe seems more of like a drive, and I do think
any player that plays for Man United instantly just have if buts, maybes, they either good or the shit, or all of this stuff.
Sometimes they be good, sometimes maybe shit.
Please allow me. Yeah,
Corey, there's no agenda here.
Okay, once he's gonna sign, because we all know it's probably gonna happen. Let's be honest now.
You hope.
Do we all have disagreements?
No, I'm saying.
Listen, I don't have any agreements or anything. I don't feel either way. I'm just saying. I'm just listening to what you're saying.
That's cool. I feel like it's gonna happen, and I'll be honest. Like we've been tackling this one, just like you guys have been tackling Merino. We've been tackling this one for a long time, so he better bang.
You've been tackling Ugarte.
He better bang.
Tackling Merino, bro. What are you talking about?
Probably. So he better bang. I'll be honest. The brother better bang, because I can't sit here for. Like you, man. I see someone message. They said you guys have been sitting on Merino for 7 weeks. So if we've done longer, call it. Let's say we done 9 weeks, and you're not banging, bro.
It's crazy that deals.
You better bang, bro.
It's crazy that deals take this long to get done, man. I can't lie, man. It's too long. It's actually too long, man.
Yeah, it's draining still.
Yeah,
it does get draining.
I'll be honest. I don't know how you feel about Ugarte when he comes in, yeah, but I can't lie. All my hype for Merino died out a very long time ago.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I was like, it's got to a point. Like I like my signings. Like when you just get the random one, you're like, oh
yeah. I know.
That's what
Timber thing. That was Timber last year, fam, for us.
This is it. This is stuff. I like the Euro thing for me. When they were like, boom, we're interested in Euro. Boom. Now Euro's on the flight. I was like, hold on a minute. What is going on?
Was that Montero Zubimendi, innit?
Listen, the Zubimendi, exactly, bro. Zubimendi. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Like, that man probably felt that with Caicedo. No one probably run out with Caicedo, fam. No man probably gassed. So, the guy, hopefully he can bang. Do I expect him to bang? Yes, because I don't think he has a choice. I can't lie to you. You can't sit there for 8+ weeks and not bang when you come to the club. A lot of people are going to be looking at this midfield because it's been a major issue for us. So if he's coming to probably start, I'd say, possibly, depending on how Casemiro is playing. But predominantly, I think he will start. So he better bang, in it. I can't lie. He better bang.
Yes,
I got expectations from him.
I think it'll be a good signing. I can't lie. So I think it's a very good signing for Manchester United if it does go through. I think he's definitely better than a lot of the options that you have there. I would play him over Casemiro. I would play him over McTominay. Like he's also a player that, okay, I know he's not the greatest technically with the ball at his feet in it, but he's definitely someone that is good enough technically to do what you need him to do, which is to break ankles, break legs, get the ball back, and then run it off to someone further down the pitch that's going to do like all of the creative shit. So I think it's a very good signing. I think Manchester United personally should be very happy with the signing if it goes through. And to me, it doesn't feel like one of those kind of random knee-jerk signings, in it. Like it seems like there's been a lot of thought that's gone into
United this transfer window. I'll definitely say since Ineos have come in, these signings look a bit more like things are looking like, okay, there's been a bit more thought into what's been done. A lot of the signings before, all the players' names and the player themselves. Huh?
This is one of the best transfer windows we've had in years.
Yeah, I think even though it's not like crazy players like you've brought in these mad names or anything like that.
Yeah, forget money spent.
I think the types and the profiles of players you've brought in have all kind of been aligned, and that hasn't been the case for a little while. There's been points where it looked like you starting off one way, then you go and buy this player randomly, and then you go and spend 60 odd on this player, and then we're like, oh, hold on, wait a second, like we got this guy, and what this don't even make sense. He doesn't even play that way, the way we play. Like this guy's like, you know what I mean? So I think
it made no sense.
Huh?
When we bought Sancho with Oli, it made no sense.
Sancho was for a club signing, I believe. Anyway, the fact that you went in so long for him, I feel like it was a club signing. It was kind of something to like. It made sense. Sancho was, popping at Dortmund. You kind of needed a new youngster. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, but
I can't lie. Yeah, also, just to add, we've also signed another youngster.
Who?
Now, his name is, I think it's Chido. No, I think
you signed him?
Yeah, we signed
Corey.
So
what the Arsenal youngster?
This guy is so weird, fam.
Oh yeah,
Chido over Martin.
Second, no, we didn't
You
sign
still,
him.
you still going about that, fam?
No, brother, you're not listening. I signed another youngster. Not
you said his name's Chido. You said his name's Chido.
I think I got it wrong. This one saying you didn't even listen. I changed the name straight away. Please,
why is Chido still in my mind? That's what I want to know.
I signed. What is it? I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but you guys already know. Yeah. Now, I ain't seeing this guy in it. I'll be honest, yeah. But saw a few clips. Some people are calling him Yaya Toure. And I don't know. I don't want to say he's Yaya Toure. I'm telling you that from now. But
how old is he?
He's like a kid, fam. He's like 16 or something. I don't know. Yeah. Wait,
anyway.
Wait. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that because
shame is free.
How old was Patino when you guys started running the Raven line?
Corey, give it.
How old was he?
That's from the academy. Corey, that's from the academy. You're telling me about someone you're signing that's apparently Yaya Toure.
How old was Patino when you were running the Raven about my man?
Corey, please. What we're not going to do.
Now he's sold.
Corey.
Now he's sold, okay? Now he's sold.
So is Pedestri. So
you remember when you was picking him up?
Pedestri has nothing to do with
it. Oh, now he has nothing.
Of course he does.
Nothing to do with it. I was full Ahmad. I was on the Ahmad thing.
Corey, we've all heard you scream about pedestry in recent streams.
All I'm
And
saying
now
is,
that
yeah.
news-
Well,
that
I
news
can't
was
look
kind
young
of
to many. He looked like a good. Listen, so
I know.
How about
I know
this?
he's
Just go to the stream where Pelestri bagged. Who did he bag against?
Oh yeah, who was it again?
Was the Europa League?
I think it was.
No, Casey. That was Ahmad. That was
No,
Ahmad.
Corey Pelestri bagged against someone.
What, against
Who was
AC
it?
Milan.
I can't remember who.
AC Milan.
He definitely bagged a goal.
You will know. I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah, you.
What
Corey,
type
I
of
know,
goal?
I know you know.
What type of goal was it?
I can't remember, bro. I just remember he bagged and you was
That's
ranting and
what
raving about
Oh,
Pelestri.
man.
That's what I'm saying. Come on,
Ahmad,
man.
Ahmad, you're good. You're good.
Anyway, man.
Man, give me 1 second.
Man said Chelsea.
Listen,
Man said Chelsea
just before we close out now. What is the Chelsea score, by the way, chat? The chat will know.
It's 0-0.
It's 0-0. Jesus Christ.
What
Are they playing
minute
who?
is it?
I heard they're playing Serviettes.
Yeah, Serviette. Well, I don't know how you.
Yeah, they're coming like tissues. They're playing tissues.
Where's Serviette? What league's that?
I couldn't tell you, fam. My back garden, okay. It's my fight. It's what do you call it? Power League thing. On Power League team, let me see.
I think they're in the Swiss league. I think it's the Swiss league.
Oh, it's the Swiss league.
I think it's,
Oh, there's like young boys in there, man.
yeah, but I can't lie. They're playing. Yeah, it's not looking good, bro.
So what minute is it in?
They're just half time now, so
Raw.
they just went in for half time, and it's
And they've had 10 shots, yeah, man. So it's
10 shots.
It's insane.
Hey,
It's
Chelsea.
They've only had 1 shot on target.
Who, Chelsea?
Yeah.
These men are. I told man about bro. They're just a mess, bro. They're just
Look at their lineup.
And the lineup's actually, well, in their eyes, is good.
That's a
Madrid-
Premier League lineup. Besides from the
Madrid,
keeper.
Macedo, Drewsbury Hall and Cuckoo, Mark Guiu, Shield. Yeah, bro, these are starters, bro. These are starters still. Pedro Neto. And they're getting cooked.
But yeah, man, then we'll end it there. Big up everyone in the chat just before we leave, you know, the usuals. You know, we've got Marcus in here, Z, Dre, everyone that's, you know, sticking around, Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we hear that later on in the season. Who knows? T always showing love in the chat, you know how it is. So yeah, no man, big up everyone, man. Them. If you got anything you want to say just before we leave, yeah, big up Musa as well.
I dropped a new video not too long ago, so if you can go check
watch that.
Was that on the TikTok? Yeah.
No, on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. Okay. Yes.
Link will probably be below somewhere. Let me go straight.
Yeah, make sure. So yeah, what's the go and shout out Hooks. The channel and everything.
You get me, yeah. Man ain't got the blue tick in the chat yet, so it won't be a link. But man dropped the thing there, dog. You get me? We got to work on getting man promoted to getting the blue tick in the big six.
No problem, man. No problem. As you know, man, coming a regular on the channel, you know how it is. So Hooks love every single time, man. And yeah, people make sure to go over to the channel. Oh, Montel's got it on the link right here for everyone. So yeah, that's it. Big up Montel in the chat. Yeah, so just click on the link and go over and show Hook some love, man. You know, as usual. Kids.
Northampton's finest.
No, that's it. Anything you want to say, my boy?
Nah, bro. Big up the chat every time, man. Big up. We go again this week. What talking about? Game week 2, Aston Villa away. Let's get
quick
it, man.
Quick pick W. You get me.
That's it, man. That's it, man. But yeah, anyway, everyone, it's a pleasure. And big up everyone in the chat. And we'll be back tomorrow, you know, usual time. Monts will be here. The whole gang will be here. Hooks might be here. I'm not too sure. Yeah, man. So yeah, we'll be kicking it off and talking about Premier League football coming up for the weekend. So yeah, smash one on your way out. If you're watching this back, smash the like as well. Leave a comment, and yeah, show some love, man. Peace, and we are out.